What's up? I hope everybody's doing great. Man, it's blowing like crazy. I'm in Camarillo, California. For those that don't know, Ventura County, the Gold Coast. It is blowing, blowing, blowing. All right, this week's market update, under 10 minutes, I promise. Good information coming to you this week. We're going to look at Ventura County as a whole as far as what's going on in the market. Then I want to dive into some foreclosure and forbearance numbers. I think this is going to be really educational, okay? So let's zip over to the market update here. Ventura County market update. As you can see, the seller slight advantage on the dial down here. We've got that 41 number. I think it's a pretty balanced market right now. I don't know about seller slight advantage. One man's opinion. So let's look at it. So this is for the county, and go over to the right of the graph here. You've got median price of new listings at $850,000 and median listing price for the county, $1.1 million. Price per square foot on the decline at $530. Average days on market on the incline at 115. Median days on the market level at 77. Price decrease 31%. Again on the decline. Here we have a 1% price increase. Somebody mislisted one, I guess. Relisted 16%. And inventory is at 750 units. Not very many, right? Let me do this. Yeah, I can figure out how to use this thing. Inventory. So important. That's the other thing that we're going to talk about. So there's about 1 million homes for sale in the United States right now. That is extraordinarily low. That is a very low inventory. And here in Ventura County, we're experiencing the same thing. We still have a lack of inventory. So let's keep that in mind as we look at something further here. Okay, I'm going to click over to this guy here, and I'm going to bring it up. All right. I've about had it with some of these headlines. Although these headlines are factual, they don't have any context or data behind them so people can actually understand them. U.S. foreclosure filings surge 115% in 2022. Wow, that looks pretty scary to me, right? U.S. foreclosure activity doubles annually, but still below pre-pandemic levels. Foreclosure filings rose 115% this past year. Oh my goodness, I'm scared to death. All right, let's look at some data and some research to go behind that and get some context, I guess is the word. All right, this is from Adam Research, leading curator of real estate data nationwide for land and property data. Today released its year-end 2022 U.S. Forecast Market Report, which shows foreclosure filings, default notices, scheduled auctions, and bank repossessions were reported at 324,237 United States properties in 2022, up 115% from 2021, but down 34% from 2019. That's before the pandemic shock of the market. Foreclosure filings in 2022 were also down 89% from the peak of nearly 2.9 million foreclosures in 2010. What do you think? Okay, let's take a look at one more thing here before I speak about something else. Here we go. U.S. foreclosure activity doubles annually. This is real data, just what you saw previously, just not a scare tactic, but still below pre-pandemic levels. And I can't make that any bigger, so I'll do my best. This goes all the way back to 2005 when we had 533,000 foreclosures. And you can see on the rise here during the housing crisis, oh my goodness, right? Went way up, 2.3, 2.8, 2.9 million foreclosures. That's a truckload. Started to come down in 11, 12, and it's been coming down ever since. You see these 2 years here, the pandemic, 214,000, 151,000. Well, guess what? There was a moratorium on foreclosures, and there was a forbearance program to help people keep from going into foreclosure. So yes, the foreclosure numbers in 2020 and 2021 were extremely low. We got some help. Now, here we are in 2022, and they're at 324,000. All right, let me look on this graph. Let me see if I can find 324,000 anywhere else on this graph. I'll be go to heck. I can't. Folks, what I'm trying to point out here is the foreclosure level in the United States is still extremely low. It's lower than it was pre-pandemic, 17, 18, and 19, 677, 624, 493. We're at 324. We're not in a foreclosure disaster. Let me illustrate one other thing. Over 1 million fewer foreclosures over the last 3 years. Look at 17, 18, and 19, right? Respectively, 676 and change, 624 and some change, 493 and some change. It averaged 598,118 foreclosures over those 3 years. If you look at the next 3 years and those numbers, we're currently 1 million fewer foreclosures. That puts it in real light. Is there a foreclosure issue? No, there's not. 18 months after the end of the government's foreclosure moratorium, with less than 5% of the 8.4 million borrowers who entered the CARES Act forbearance program remaining. 8.4 million borrowers entered into the CARES Act forbearance program. There is less than 5% of those remaining. Still getting things worked out. Foreclosure activity remains significantly lower than it was prior to COVID-19 pandemic. It seems clear that government and mortgage industry efforts during the pandemic, coupled with strong economy, have helped prevent millions from unnecessary foreclosures. The less than 5% of the 8.4 million borrowers who entered the forbearance program is stunning to me. People are getting it worked out. Bottom line here is there will be an increase in foreclosures over the next year from record low levels, but there will not be a huge wave of distressed sales as happened following the housing bubble. The distressed sales during the housing bust led to cascading price declines. That will not happen this time. That's from Bill McBride, I should say. He's the founder of Calculated Risk. I like to read that guy's stuff. Okay, my favorite economist, Lawrence Yun, National Association of Realtors. December was another difficult month for buyers who continue to face limited inventory and high mortgage rates. However, expect sales to pick up again soon since mortgage rates have markedly declined after peaking late last year. There I am. And I'm way under 10 minutes. That's amazing. Okay, here's the thing. It just bugs me when I see these headlines and these YouTubers and all these people just trying to make everybody scared to death about this housing market, which quite frankly should be the opposite. What we should be focusing on is we have record low foreclosures. We have less than 5% of all the people that went into forbearance that haven't finished up that program. So those aren't going to go into foreclosure. We have record equity in the United States, which will help prevent further foreclosures. We have market rates starting to come down, and we have a lack of inventory. Is it still a slight seller's market? Yes. Should buyers be cautious about sitting on the sidelines waiting for these rates to come down? I'm not sure. There are programs out there that can help with that. I think now's an ideal time for buyers and sellers, quite frankly. But of course, you would expect me to say that because I'm in real estate. But the data shows it. I think it's a great time for buyers because they can negotiate with sellers to help them with a 2-1 buy down program, which will lower their interest rate for the first 2 years. Surely we will be through this inflation card by then. Rates will come back down. There's a refinance opportunity in the future. I'd rather have a home for a lower price now than wait for the rates to come down and watch the prices go up. I'm kind of on a rant today, aren't I? Oh, well. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you want to see anything else on this, please let me know. I'd like to cover a couple of cities on the Ventura County market update, but I said I was going to keep it under 10 minutes, and I did. 9 minutes and 40 seconds. That's a record. Thanks for watching. Hit me up, 805-857-6928. Love to talk shop. See you next time.